When are you starting, Mo?
We're on, baby. This is us.
Pat, Lou.
We're live around the world,
Starting
mate.
now. We're starting right now. Oh my gosh, Sonny, you got the best $12 haircut I've ever seen.
Oh, God, don't. It's terrible. It's terrible.
No, actually, you look good, dude. It looks fine. It looks fine.
Sonny, you just got butchered by a South African butcher, hey?
Literally. I've been here 2 days and already this has happened. I don't know what's going on.
All right, well, fill everybody in. You're in South Africa. What's going on?
So I landed to Cape Town yesterday. This is Chad's place. I'm in Chad Leclos' apartment right now, overlooking the sea. It's beautiful. And yeah, I'm going to be working here for the next month. We're going to be in Durban a little bit, Stellenbosch a little bit, Cape Town a little bit. We had Super Sports, the sports channel, the South African TV network. They were around this morning. They interviewed me and Chad, which was pretty surreal for me. We then went to the gym. We had this oxygen therapy thing where we got into like pods, ozone therapy. We got in like pods and we had all sorts of things happen to us. Apparently, we're now going to be super athletes. Don't know why this affects me, but I got the treatment as well. And yeah, it's going to be an exciting month, and we're gonna get some good work done.
Sounds good. Sounds like a lot of fun out there.
Hey, give me a. Did you swim today, Sonny?
No. I mean, I've just gone for a walk to get my hair cut in the supermarkets, and there's literally, I'm not joking, a 50-meter pool on the beach, like overlooking the sea. It's incredible. So I don't think it's like super high quality or anything, but man, it's like on the beach, 50-meter pool. Like, how wrong can you go, right?
What's the temperature?
It's really overcast today, actually, but it was 30 degrees when I arrived and blue skies. It's a little colder today, but...
Which hemisphere are they in, the southern or northern?
Southern.
So it's summertime. It's summertime.
Yeah. It's summertime, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So 30 degrees Celsius, that's warm. That's hot.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that today because we had this, it's like the cloud is like hanging really low. Like I could almost jump and touch the cloud. But
well, I asked you, did you swim today? Because I wanted to know, and I also wanted to drop the name of one of my good friends' websites, didyouSwimToday.com. Hey, this is Mike Lewis. Okay, Mike Lewis is one of the best sports swimming photographers in the world, if not the best. I don't know what the competition is like out there, but he's definitely one of them. Mike is a legend, and he's got his own shirts out. So you guys can go on didyouSwimToday.com and pick up a Mike Lewis t-shirt. Support, and we're not getting nothing from this. This is Mike Lewis. This is him, mate. This is a quality t-shirt, you know?
A friend to many of you, I'm sure.
A friend of ours.
Every single professional swimmer and coach knows Mike Lewis. So
let's sell some Mike Lewis shirts, mate. Look at this.
And he's a real deal swimmer too, you know. He's
good man.
He's part of us.
Oh,
that's us.
So. I did jump in the pool with him in Naples. In Naples for the ISL, we had a little swim together. We had matching orange Swedes.
Cool.
Yeah, he's a good man and a fit dude too. So takes epic photos. All right, what do we got, Nate?
Well, World Championships have officially been postponed, and the schedule is looking full, but also empty. Right, like it's kind of this. It's a conundrum. So I think short course World Championships are going to happen first, right? They're still on the schedule. Am I not missing that, right?
It's a bit of a mess. Who knows? But mate, son, you're sitting in Chad's house. What's Chad's kind of opinion on what's going on right now?
He's actually quite happy about it because he already had Commonwealths this summer. So for him, it just means there's a little bit more of an uninterrupted preparation to the Commonwealth Games. He's one medal away from becoming the most successful Commonwealth Games athlete of all time. Wow. So that's very much on the cards this summer. So for him, it's cool, right? And World Short Course, he's super excited about that again. This winter. So for him, the actual right now is pretty exciting because he's still got the Commonwealths. He's not like you guys in America. We talked about Bruno's like lack of meets this summer. last week, but he's not like the guys in America who don't have a meet. You know, Britain still have Europeans and Commonwealth, so they've still got a very, very hectic schedule. So, but what no one seems to really like is the sound of this January 2024 World Champs. That's the one that no one can get their head around, me included.
Yeah, I mean, you're 7 months out from the Olympics, but at the same time, they have like they just have these contracts, man. What are you gonna do? Like, not just totally skip it? No, I don't think you can do that, especially when they're already under the gun with with heat taking the ISL taking time and their swimmers away from them, technically, sort of, kind of. So,
well, the weird thing is the 6 month apart too, back-to-back world champs kind of thing. I mean, very strange, but
actually back to back. I mean, if you swim in Kazan this December, that's one, and then 7 months later you have a long course one, and then another 7 months later you got another long course one, and then you have to focus on the Olympics. So, yeah,
and then there'll be World Short Course again, right? 2024 will be World Short Course 6 months after that.
After Olympics.
Yeah. There'll be 2 Worlds and the Olympics in one calendar year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's too much shave and taper. They're just going to have to make up their mind. People are going to have to decide where they're going to go. We talk about it again. This is like the global swimming calendar is all jacked up. And it sounds like it's actually plays into some people's hands. It's not that big of a deal for Chad. It sounds like he's actually enjoys it. You guys do have meets on the calendar, whereas in America, I don't know what we're going to do about these world champ trials. Are we still going to have them, but not? I mean, are they still going to go down and then we're going to send people the following year? Are those intact? Or is it just going to be another meet? And you'll do team trials closer. But there's no Pan Packs. Pan Packs were pushed to like 2026, like a while ago. So yeah, the Americans, we don't really have any go-to giant meet. So I'm sure USA Swimming's trying to figure out like what they're going to do. I mean, World Junior Championships are still going on, right?
Yep, like Kazan, right?
And America pulled out of WUGS. So anyone that could have swam in WUGS, the World University Games, they're out of that too. So no Pan Packs for America, no WUGS for America. And then I guess we will send a contingent of our best young people. Again, it's always in. If you don't know where a world championship is, it's in Kazan.
You know who's happy? A freelance Sonny Trigg who can jet around the world to all these different meets and just be a pro coach and be a personal coach. I mean, what a time to be alive for Sonny, mate.
That's actually very true.
It's good for me. It's good for me. It's exciting, but I mean, I think like the 2024 World is going to be like a little spiral of people like, that's going to be an easy meet to win medals. I'm going to go a little bit more serious. And then you're going to show up and everyone's had the same idea and everyone thinks there's going to be a for a gold medal and it's going to end up being real fast.
Yeah. I mean, why couldn't it, are some people's focus going to be more like this is a good training meet, right? January, it's a prelims finals meet. It's long course. It's 7 months out. Maybe you don't even have to taper for it, but if you show up, you get some good competition in, you get some good racing in. It's all part of the plan. That would be weird, right? To go to our world championships and not really like be rested and tapered and ready to try to win a world championship. I mean, I'm just spitballing here, but people gotta make a decision. And it's honestly, it's not in the greatest place either, right? It's not like you're going to Stockholm. That would be a cool place to go, but
you know what, in this, I spoke to Cody Simpson last night. Him and I were chatting, and he was telling me that Australia is using the Mare Nostrum, part of the Mare Nostrum tour for their trials for Commonwealth Games. So they're going to have a Com Games trials, and then they're going to allow a kind of a second tier people to qualify in a last chance meet, and they're going to have it. They're going to do the one in Monaco. The meet in Monaco is going to be a last chance Com Games trials for those people, for the Aussies. So Cody's going to go to Monaco in June. So Sonny, by the way, we're going to meet up there and have the time of our life. It's going to be a good one. That's a beauty. That's a cracker, that meat. But let's get out there and have some fun on that one. But yeah, they're going to use that so all the Aussies are going to go out there, a bunch of Aussies. So pretty cool. Not sure about the answer to this one though, but yeah.
It seems great on paper, but how can you have a trials of a meet where you have to be selected to go? Like, what if you're the third? Like, they're going to have a trials for world champs, and then what? Is it the only people who can qualify for the Olympics, and then the guys that qualify for the world champs? A trials has to be something that everyone in the UK or the America or so forth, Australia can go to. You know, it doesn't work like that. It might be a meet they can qualify or add qualifying times, but it's not going to be a trials meet or the trials meet. There still has to be a trials meet.
Yeah.
Some countries, Britain, for example, would be like, if you get a medal maybe in January, you also qualify for the Olympics. But the whole team is not going to be selected
No
post-January. Way.
But it does change things, Sonny. It does, this like, who came on was talking about the global calendar. That was
Tim Hinchy.
Tim from USA Swimming was like, we need a global calendar like this now. We're like, I mean, what are we, 2 months out of him saying that? And here we are. And like, oh my God, we need a global calendar.
Mm.
And we haven't even talked about the ISL season 4 yet. Which is like, it's like this long. It was so long I had to cut it up into 3 pieces just to show everybody.
Yeah.
So here's the first one. It's going to start the first week of June. It's going to be in North America somewhere. Sonny, you heard any whispers yet?
It'll be 2. I think there's going to be 2 main locations in North America, maybe in America and Canada. But these,
huh?
Yeah. So like, the idea with these matches is that it's going to be fly in, fly out. So it's not going to be everyone there for the whole of June and July. It's going to be, you go in, you do your match, you get out, just like the first season of ISL. So no one's going to be hanging around and doing like the whole bubble thing. It's just going to be go and race and then go back to wherever you are.
All right, let me pull up the second one.
Then yeah, this will be just how things have been before. I've heard three locations are on the cards to be used in Europe for this. Yeah, there might be some moving around, but everyone's going to be together for this whole sort of period.
And then there's the finals.
There's one you're missing. One you're missing the playoffs.
Oh, I must have cut it wrong.
God, there's more.
There's 4. Yeah, you're missing the fourth piece of the puzzle.
Wow.
So yeah, the 4th piece of the puzzle is the playoffs again, like we had last year. There we go, and that's going to be in Asia Pacific and America. So again, in both the middle 2 portions, there's going to be like a little bit of travel together involved, almost World Cup like. So people all flying together, then that will move to the next pool, and keep racing. And also the biggest thing of interest here is if you look at the bottom of the playoffs, there's going to be a match between the 3rd to 6th place teams to get them final 2 final spots. And that's really interesting because, what you saw in the wild card play-in match this year is that people stepped up. DC had lost them 3 matches prior, then DC win, they get to the playoffs. So I feel like, some teams, if you think you're going to come 3rd and 4th, you can sort of like rest into that playing match and maybe make a final. So that could be interesting.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, right? When you look at how big this list is, there's going to be ISL swimming in June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's every single month. It's kind of puts a smile on my face.
I'm not sure what this means. Permission. Getting permission from who? Their parents?
He talked about GB swimmers. So he said earlier, if you pin his comment from earlier, James Bond.
James Bond.
James Bond, 007. I hate this sort of ideology of it destroying the lead up to commies. Like, how can it destroy going to a 2-day meet? Like, destroy what? I agree on that. They don't go slow. But the thing with the ISL is it's there if you want to. You know, if you're someone like an Adam Barrett, you're going to come to every ISL because you want to do. That's what you're doing. And if you don't want to come to ISL, you won't earn as much money.
Good point.
It's literally in your like. There's no rights and wrongs. If you want to concentrate on January Worlds or what short course Worlds or Commonwealth Games, you choose what you want to prioritize. If you want to prioritize ISL and make some money, there's nothing wrong with that. You know,
no one's going to stop. No one can stop you. I mean, they can have an opinion, but they can't stop you. You know.
Well, I think at the end of the day, it's like you can't go to all these meets. There's too many meets. Yeah. There's 3 World Championships in 12 months. There's Europeans, there's Commonwealths, there's all these things. So each person's going to have to make a decision. Everyone wants everyone to be there all the time. And there's only one meet that does that, and that's the Olympics. It's every 4 years. And so that is still the main focus of all these top people is Paris 2024. So how they handle the rest of these meets, we'll see. But if you want to swim in the ISL, you can swim a lot. You can travel a lot and you can swim a lot and you can make some money again.
Yeah, well,
for the 4th year in a row.
Let's get everybody at the same table and let's get this global calendar going. Stop talking about it. It needs to happen. Come on. Leaders of all these different organizations, get together, put your stuff aside, big round table. Everyone sit at it. Like, you know, the mafia boss is coming in for a meeting in New York, you know, like let's get them together and get this thing going because it's crazy. What's this?
All right. You guys want to watch Matt States on the 200 freestyle?
Yeah.
I do.
Let's go, Matty. Friend of the podcast.
There's no sound to this thing, just FYI. And look, I don't know who this, what his name is from Georgia. I think it says Hills, Hils maybe. Anyways, he's going to go out really fast along with Matt Sates. He seems like he's like either just doing 100 freestyle.
Which one is Sates?
Sates is closest to the bottom in lane 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's in the blue suit.
Yes, he's in a blue jammer. And then 2 lanes up, the guy in the Speedo, he's going out with him. I think he clocks a 44.9.
You know what I love about this swim? Never swum a yards 200 free before, but it attacked it from the go. You know, like didn't hesitate. Love that.
Yeah, it was like he was, you know, and then he just stopped the guy from above. That being said, does Matt Sates ever breathe to his right? He only breathes to the left, huh?
Looks that way.
Does look that way.
That's his rhythm.
I'm guessing he put a suit on just to qualify for NCs.
Oh, that's right. He has a suit on. Okay, yeah. There we go.
That's a good question. And he, his other events weren't, you know, this is impressive. So, yeah, I think the goal was probably like you just said, let's just get you qualified, done, good to go. And I think he went 4:31 in the 500 freestyle, and they miscounted. He was paying attention to another guy, and I think he went 140. No, I think Luca Orlando went 145 in the 2IM. I think he was like a few seconds off that.
Wow. Look at this.
Wow.
94.
Yeah, sweet ad.
Did he suit for the other swimmers as well, or did he just suit for the 200 free?
Good question. I didn't see. Great question. But he was the only one with a suit on, wasn't
he?
Yeah, that race.
Yeah. It's exciting, you know. Love to see it. So
yeah.
All right. Other than that, Kate Campbell's not going to Commonwealths. Speaking of, it sounds like she might. I think she's still determining what she's going to do. It sounds like. Brett, you hearing anything?
No, I just saw an article that came out too. Said she wasn't going. I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, look, honestly, it's hard to keep up with the calendar and what they're choosing to do and what they're not choosing to do. I think at some point we're going to see Kate Campbell swim, but it is disappointing because the Commonwealth Games, as you know, Sonny, it's the second biggest event on the calendar of any meet that we could possibly do in Australia. It's a huge event. So not exactly sure what her reasoning was to pulling out of that one, but it's a bit of a shame.
Yeah. I mean, it's always a shame when a big swimmer's not at a big meet. And we're the same in the UK. Like, commies are massive, especially when it's going to be in the UK, in Birmingham. Yeah. Weirdly, commies are a big, big deal.
The other thing we haven't really said that just kind of crossed my mind was a lot of these people came off the Olympics wasn't that long ago, and they're still haven't really got back in the water. You know, I think we just saw Simone Manuel is apparently hanging out at Tennessee. But yeah, I mean, I heard that she wasn't swimming for like many, many months. And who knows? I mean, I don't know what Kate Campbell's doing, but there's a lot of people that haven't retired yet officially. They're still under contracts and things like that and have sponsorships. You know, are they just are we going to see some more retirements coming up here shortly? Speaking of retirement, Renomi, we didn't get to talk about it last week, but maybe the greatest female sprinter ever. At least, I mean, who else has won the 50 and the 100 at the same Olympics? She's got more short course medals than any other woman.
Still the only woman to go 22 short course meters, for those who know what short course meters is.
World record.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when we interviewed her 2 years ago, she was one of the first people we had on the show, and we talked about retirement, you know, at that point. And now here she is finally.
I don't think it was a clean cut decision, because obviously is she married Ferry yet, or is she engaged to Ferry? Her fiance, boyfriend / husband, Ferry Wertman, the Olympic gold medal open water swimmer. Yep. He retired last year, and I had a few beers with him after World Short Course Championships, and he was like, "She's umming and ahhing. This is her last meet, but she's not sure what she wants to do." So obviously, you know, she had a little bit of break after that and decided, no, I'm quite enjoying this swimming lark, and I think it's time. She went out. She was a world champion at the World Short Course Champs in the 50 fly, so she went out pretty high.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, she's been at it for as long as I can remember in terms of female sprint. She's been there and around and on the top, and you know,
she won the 50-100 in 2012.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure she won the relay in 2008. They won the girls relay.
Mm-hmm.
Probably De Bruin and maybe Marlene Velhus or something. They won in 2008. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, think about Phelps's epic 8 golds from 2008. How long ago that was, and here we are. Renomi's still swimming, and so yeah, it's been a long time. So
staring down 2024.
Yeah, good for her. Massive career. I don't know where she goes from here, but she's going to go down as a legend. So good for her.
Then there's 2 new swim dads. They're about to be swim dads. Tom Shields and Felipe Lima both announced that they're having babies. Not them, but their respective wives are having their first children. So that's just congratulations to you guys. It's a special time for you. 2 gentlemen and
2 friends of the podcast again. Good men. Didn't Cody Miller just had a baby today or yesterday?
Another one?
I think he just had one. I mean, I just saw something on his social media. It said he had another baby. Everybody just go to Cody Miller's social right now and let's have a look. Cody Miller, right? Click.
Literally just had a baby, this. Yeah.
What's this?
Wow.
That's a child.
Kato Miller.
Yeah, Kato. Welcome to the world, Kato.
Well, congratulations to Cody and Allie.
All right.
Number 2.
Kids everywhere.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Wouldn't it be funny if all 3 of those guys had boys right around the same time, and then they came up in the swimming ranks together, and then all of a sudden it's, little Lima and Shields, and
that would be very, very cool. Other than that, who's on the pod tomorrow?
Tomorrow we got Kayla Sanchez. We talked about this last week. Kayla came on and had a great conversation with her. Cool story, interesting person, and very successful at a young age. And we talked about her future and some exciting things happening, some changes that she's making in her life right now that going to impact her swimming a little bit for foreseeable future. So really interesting conversation with Kayla Sanchez.
Yeah, she's going to university.
She is, yeah. She's going to go to university. So,
all right. Anything else?
Who else? Who? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the conversation that just came out on Monday. That was a good podcast.
Andre Govorov.
Andre Govorov, the world record holder in the 50 fly. Really good, deep conversation with him.
He's got a crazy story, right? Like he got locked in an airport for 7 days.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Was he in Turkey? He really talks about some of the hardships that he's gone through since 2016 until now. Obviously, in the middle, he broke that world record, but he had a lot of issues. He had a lot of shoulder injuries, and he literally didn't swim a stroke of butterfly. And then he has lots of COVID problems because of trying to get in and out of the countries and people not letting him in. And so it's just been frustrating. Then he didn't have a coach for the longest time. So it's, I didn't expect that conversation to go the way it went, to be honest. And then to hear he was locked in a airport for 7 days, felt like it was reliving that Tom Hanks flick.
Yeah. Dean.
Cheers, Dean.
Looking smooth. Sonny, are we going to get you on a safari while we're out in South Africa?
Maybe. Who knows?
I mean,
my dad was going to go dive with a shark. I don't really want to go dive in a cage with a shark.
Do that. Go down with a great white with a camera, mate. Oh, epic. Come on.
I don't know. We've got, I'm sure I'll try and get out and do some cool stuff. There's quite a big open water swim going on next weekend on the 12th, the Midmar Mile. And I think Chad's Foundation sponsors that. So we're going to go and give that a little looky. We might both swim it.
Yeah, you should, dude. You got to.
With the great whites.
No, it's in a lake. Otherwise, I would not be doing it.
With the alligators and the crocodiles.
There's not, look, if there's anything I'm not going to do anything to do with it. But
get us some animal. You're in South Africa. Get us on a safari. Get us in the water with the sharks. If not, get Chad into it. Put him out there with the cheetahs or something.
Just Chad does dangerous things. Just throw him in some animal enclosures and see how he
copes. Look at the size of that one.
Oh God! I can imagine try and pet a cheetah.
Yeah. Just a little bit of exciting news for the podcast. We do have a new partnership coming up here, Vasa Trainer, which is exciting. Nate, you want to just touch on it real quick?
Yeah, if you haven't been on Vasa Trainer, you should get on one, right? I used them extensively as a kid. And I remember doing pretty much every single practice we had drylands on a Vasa Trainer. It's the #1 way to gain strength out of the water in your drylands, in your stroke, to help your catch. Most of you have probably been on a Vasa Trainer. So we're super excited to have them on board. I don't know if our coupon code even works yet. That's how we're doing a live show. I thought, hey, we'll put their logo up and talk about it and say, hey, we have a coupon code coming. So if you guys want to
What's the website? We're going to get all this out.
Yeah, we're going to get it all out. No problem.
We'll get it all out. And we're just excited about it because they're a swim product. And
they've been around since the 1980s. They're the best swim bench in the business. No holds barred. So Vasa Trainer, super pumped to have them on board as a sponsor of the podcast.
Yep. Good stuff. All right. Cool.
Sonny, get some sleep, have fun. Tell Chad we said hi, and we'll talk to you next week.
I'll drag Chad in maybe next week. I'll drag him in.
Yeah, not maybe. Yeah, pull him in. Where is he? Just sitting at the dinner table having a coffee right now?
He's probably in there. I think he's playing Enchanted on the PlayStation 5.
Oh, get him out here. Get off the PlayStation, Chad. Come and have a chat with the world, mate.
Yeah, that's right. We'll get him in next Wednesday. I've only just got here, but we'll get him in next Wednesday.
Yeah, cool, mate. All right. Cheers.
All right, guys. Thanks. Good to see you.